Please welcome to the stage to do our power talk and our treatment this morning, Ellen Contente. I know, right?
What he forgot to tell you was we were hiding in the corner drinking wine.
Yeah. There was that.
And it was only one time because we swore we would never go back to Chuck E. Cheese. Anyway, so good morning, everyone. So welcome to our Mother's Day celebration. To all of you mothers, to you godmothers, to you stepmothers, to you surrogate mothers, to you trans mothers. We're all mothers, right? And I don't know, are gay fathers mothers too?
No.
No. I have a gay son, I'm allowed to say that. We're all mothers, right? It is because the truth is, the oversoul, the soul is that receptive part of all of us, the womb that is who we are as mothers. And I have to thank Reverend James for stealing my talk title today, because I sat down earlier in the week to write out what I was going to talk about, and he took it. He took it, Mom, mind over matter. So I had to come up with something else. So I decided to look up what is the history of Mother's Day, because we celebrate it for a really long time. And a lot of people believe that Hallmark started this holiday. No, it's true. But it's not really true. Hallmark didn't start the holiday. It was actually a woman by the name of Anna Jarvis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who was in 1905, after her mom passed away, she decided she really wanted to have a day to celebrate mothers and all the things that they do for their children. And it took her 3 years, so it was in 1908 that the first Mother's Day celebration was in Virginia, actually West Virginia, at a Methodist church in West Virginia. And people would gather at churches, and this would go on for years until 1914, when Woodrow Wilson made it an official holiday on the second Sunday of May. And so we've been celebrating it ever since then. But ironically enough, even though she started the holiday to celebrate mothers, and it was all about going to church, visiting your mom, and wearing a white carnation. So I'll have to go get a white carnation for today. But what ended up happening was by 1920, she had been so disgusted by the commercialization of Mother's Day that she actually started an open campaign against it, even though she's the one who started it. An open campaign against the florists and the candy makers and even some of the churches, a lot of the different groups that used Mother's Day. So by the time she died, she had completely disowned the holiday. So whether your mother was Mother Teresa or Mommy Dearest, or somewhere in between, or you consider yourself a mom, right? It is a day of celebration. So I have a quote that I found. I have this great book called Motherhood, and there's a lot of great stories in there. And this quote by Dorothy Canfield Fisher: "A mother is not a person to lean on, but a person to make leaning unnecessary." And I really believe that's what our center is all about. Right? The original Mother's Day was actually Mothering Day, which was all about coming back to the church. And it was the third Sunday of Lent. I know this as a nice Jewish girl because I live next door to all of these Catholic families. And I think that's what we always teach here, is that our intention is that we want to make leaning on us unnecessary. Right? If we are really living this teaching, if we are really living who we are every single day, right? We don't need to keep coming back here to lean on our spiritual center, right? We want to come back here as a community of loving beings, right? Of the divine mothers that we all are. And so it is about leaving the nest. So you can all go home now. Sorry. But you know what? Go home with the truth of who you are, right? Because going home means coming back here into your heart and knowing that you are God, that you are an individual expression of that divine one. And so you can go home, but come back next Sunday. So let's grab our hold of our cards for our affirmation today. And you know, one of the things I just want to share is one of the things that I loved about my mom, who passed away 2 years ago. And I decided to wear all of her jewelry today that she gave me. She always said to me that, you know what, Ellen, no matter what is going on out there, you know, you can always come home. And so we can always come home, whether it's here physically or here spiritually and emotionally. So let's know together. I'll say it once and then we'll repeat it 2 times. I am open to receiving more of life's unlimited greatness on demand. All right, everybody ready? I am open to receiving more of life's unlimited greatness on demand. And one more time with heart. I am open to receiving more of life's unlimited greatness on demand. And so let's take a nice, deep, loving, mothering breath. Deep, deep, deep into that womb, our soul. And know the truth. Know that we can always come home because we are always home. We are always home in our hearts, home in our minds, home in our bodies, home in this teaching, home in this truth, because it's only one thing: God, love, beauty. And that is who we are always. And today, on this Mother's Day, celebrating mothers of every kind all over the planet, let us mother ourselves, shower ourselves with love, knowing that is who we are. There's nothing else that we need to know, be, or do. Just be our loving God selves. And I'm so grateful to know that. I'm so grateful to be that. And I'm so grateful to be a mother of my beautiful children, Jesse and Jamie. And so with that, I release my word knowing it's done. And together we say, and so it is. Namaste.
Thank you,
I didn't
Ellen.
even need my glasses.
I know, right? Okay. So,